Well, good evening, Internets. It's me, DP Knudten, with another Bookward Bound, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And that done is the writing and self-publishing of a brand new book called NONFICTION BRAND, Discover, Craft, and Communicate the Completely True, Completely You brand you already are. That's right, I've been coming down here for, 227 nights to work on a brand new book that I will be publishing on Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform beginning January 1st of 2021. That's the day I'm going to upload press-ready PDF files to the platform where I will then actually self-publish that brand new book. And I'm doing it within 301 consecutive days. And today, as I said, is day number 227. I started this thing on Friday, March 5th, earlier this year, and I've been coming down here every single night working on the book in one form or another ever since, thanks to your peer pressure. Anyway, so what am I going to be doing tonight? That's a darn good question. I was playing around with with Scrivener today, the application I'm using to actually write this book, and you can see it right there. And I was doing things like replacing photos and stuff like that. It's like, here's a picture of Rhett Shull right there in the middle and doing part of his backstage live. And I'm not sure if I love that picture the best. So what I'm going to do is take a look at this photo, which I might like better, but I need to turn it into a grayscale version of itself. And so I'm taking the contrast up and lightening the exposure, because this will be, let's see, probably about like that. Oh, actually, I don't want to do it here. So we're going to quit out of here, and instead I'm going to open it up in an application I have called Tonality, which is a black and white grayscale special processing application. And what was it called? It was called Dramatic Bright. Yeah, Dramatic Bright. And then I wanted to give myself some vignetting, or increase the vignetting. And I am going to trim this a little bit too, so don't want any grain. And so now I'm going to save this file, export to image. Yeah, and this will be USB, save, and replace. And now I'm going to crop it, or actually I could probably crop it in here too. I think I've never cropped a edit. Bingo, C for crop. So let's see how I crop this thing. Probably like this. There. Take out some of the headroom too. And that crops it. Still have some nice vignetting going on. Ooh, let's see. Dramatic dark. Oh, that's too dark. Dramatic bright. Or actually, ZZ. And now I'm going to export to image. The crop. Saving it. Quitting out of there. And now I'm going to bring this into Scrivener. Nice little drag and drop. Can put it right there. And then I need to size it down. I think it was to 400 pixels wide. Yeah, I kind of like having the chrome on there, but bandana, right? Featuring Noah Guthrie on vocals. Smoking hot. So which one do I like better? Let's go with that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm going to be using photos of people that I'm featuring in the book. I want to include them in the book. One, because it adds visual interest to the book, but it also, makes them look good, right? Part of my whole modus operandi is if you make other people look great, you look good by reflecting. If you shine the spotlight on them, some of that light reflects back onto you, and that's really my goal here. So cool. And this whole section is about Retschel, and that looks cool. Ooh, I got to give him a copy. What was that? What section was that? Force multiplication. I'm gonna sneeze. Let's look. Do a search. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Retschel. Dude's rocking it. That story. The non. Additional music. Every musician every working individual has a choice to make. The silent sideman, or the star of their respective place in the band. That's clearly made his choice and is creating opportunities not for self is time ensemble side. Deciding step to his own personal and spotlight and creating opportunity that is entire. Every working individual has a choice to make, to be a silent sideman or the star of their respective place in the band. Rhett's clearly made his choice, deciding to step into his own personal spotlight, creating opportunities and creating. No, comma. Clearly made his choice, deciding to step into his own personal brand spotlight and creating. No, it's not and. Creating opportunities not only for himself, but his entire crew. Who wins? Audience. How about that? Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That'll work. All right, so I think what I am going to do is kind of page through this all the way up at the beginning and look for places where I've either done some rough placement of stuff. Like this. I gotta get a better copy of this. Four, four, one. Right at 3. Other photos in there? Nope. So why are you on the cover? Nope. I'm on the cover. Don't need to explain that. Cowboys. Ooh, Gary V. Actually, I think I want to grab this. Perhaps in black. Let's see what it looks like. In dark mode. Would this be episode 1 Verite? Bingo. 14 years ago.
At winelibrary.com, and I'm very proud.
Right, so I can so what I'll do is this. Do a screenshot. Basically from here. That's not exactly right. Let's do. Yeah, I think that'll work. And that I can drag in. And then size it down. Or actually, I need to. I need to put that in my graphics. Gary V. And very then I'm going to duplicate that because I'm going to make a grayscale copy of this. No, I don't want to do that. Open this up in tonality. And then look at the options I have. Dramatic bright. I mean, it's going to look goofy no matter what, because it is a screenshot. Oop. Overexposed. Boost clarity looks terrible. HDR. Soft, cold, hard. High key portrait. To get this as sharp as possible. Or
launch what we think is the first video wine blog. We've been talking about doing a blog here at Wine Library for a long time. We just realized that we had too much text out there between the website and pounding you with 4 or 5 emails a day. I know we are. It just became something that we thought a blog would just be another layer that you maybe didn't need.
hold on.
Well, as you know, technology doesn't stop, and now we have video blogs, and we feel like we've got something very special here. We think we've got one of the first video blogs in the world, and
even back
for wine at least, and we're excited. We're going to take an in-depth
No, I want to get that director of operation. Well, actually, that might be okay. Let's open this up. Save it. Drop it. Be a little bit. All right. I'm gonna adjust color to grayscale it. Give it a little bit of. But I do want to mess with the exposure, maybe brighten it up a little bit. Give it a little more contrast. right about there. Save W. And then drag the B version here. And scale the image to get it as close to 300 DPI as I can. At 341, so let's go 420, 440, 445. Let's go 447. 450. 303. 51. That's good enough. So that'll look good. And again, this will be on white paper, so it'll automatically have a border and background. And seriously, he looks like he was taken hostage by members of the Bordeaux Liberation. Bingo. Okay, so that's cool. It's an imposter syndrome. Any photos in here? There are not, but it's a pretty long one. Focus on your teeth. Matt Barnett. I have not plugged in his photo. Banana. Meet Matt. Not bad. Matt. Meet Papa Bear. Barnett. That. Yep. And I think I may have his photo. It may be there, or it could be in Canon. Guest photo. Yeah, there. All right, so I want to. Let's duplicate that first. DS for grayscale. Open with tonality. And contrast. I think that's going to be good, but let's give it a little bit of vignetting. I have come to actually I want to crop where ratio I want 1:1. Yeah, I can live with that. Save. Oh, I want to export. Sorry. Export to image. And make it desktop. Save that. Yeah, it looks good. Meet Papa Bear. Scale image. 300 by 300. 250. And that gets us up above. We could actually go to 200, I think. Okay. Map on it. So that's good. Dun 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 dun. Brene Brown. Yeah, I don't want to touch her. Get her photo. That's implied endorsement. And trying to get her approval would be difficult. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, Betos. No, I don't know if I'm going to keep this. All right, so I need to change this to need to duplicate it first. Tools, adjust color. Where'd my adjust color go? Saturation all the way down. Let's bump up the contrast. All saturation down. Contrast. Gauche. DS. W. This pops in here. Get rid of the color version. Size this down. Scale. This is not a high-res image. Okay. Tears are coming. Damn it. Sorry. Trying to size some of these windows down a little bit so they aren't dominating my screen. Fiction and nonfiction are only different techniques of story. For reasons I understand, fiction dances out for the aching, broken world. But with nonfiction, the task is very straightforward. Constraint, telling truth. I think I'm going to leave it with that. Center. The logo is not a brand. So I'm going in here doing some formatting cleanup. I'm going to have to do a lot more when I port this over to Microsoft Word for my final. Because Microsoft Word has, I hate to say it, decent table of contents, and I don't know if I'm going to do any index, but I don't know, maybe I will. It's always nice, especially when you mention people in your book, to have an index, because then they can flip to the back and look for their numbers, and they will love you for doing that. Be the red. Oh, yes. So do I have the red gummy bear in? Ring. And I'm just going to open this up and, oh, maybe give it a little bit more contrasting exposure, save. Size this down, scale image. And this is, you know, frankly, a kind of a cool thing that you can do in Scrivener is got plenty. Is to size your image inside this, inside the document, and then it'll port over to whatever you're going to format this in, Microsoft Word, for example, which I'm going to be using, in which I pick on plumbers to make a point. There's this dude. Scale image. 300. Okay. All right. I think that I am going to end tonight's live stream right now because I'm halfway through the book looking for images to replace in grayscale and all that stuff and feeling good about that. And I've been down here about 40 minutes, 36 minutes. So I don't need to bust a gut. I just need to come down here every single night. And so I did for tonight. And by ending right now, I know I will tomorrow because I'm not burnt out. I'm not wiped out. And I'm not angry at this book for making me do this. I'm not angry with you for you having your peer pressure exerted on me, forcing me to come down here and work on this. So now's a good time to stop. And so I am. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand podcast, which came out today, a brand new episode, episode 113, featuring Paul Raimondo of Perth, Australia. I like to call him the wild man of Western Australia for a reason. He's got a ton of energy and a ton of great ideas, and I really enjoy talking with him. You can get the episode wherever you get your podcasts for free. So check it out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon Music, yada yada ding dong. It's everywhere. Just search Nonfiction Brand. Look for this image of me in black and white and the words Nonfiction Brand, and you will have picked the right episode or the right podcast. Again, that's episode 113 with Paul Raimondo. But by all means, there are 112 other good, great episodes I hope you'll check out as well. If you like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up like, subscribe to it, refer it to other people, but most of all, could you do me a huge favor and give it an honest review wherever you get the podcast? That helps other people find it, and I would really, really appreciate it. That's it for me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. But until then, theme music, take us on out. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.